Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the weekly sobriety talk. Today, it's a special edition with Ron. Hello, Ron.
Hello.
How are you, Ron?
I am very fine. Thank you.
All the people are asking now, who is this Ron guy? And Ron, you got to say who you are.
Yes, my name is Ron.
Hello, Ron.
And I'm the drummer of your band. And I'm your friend. And we've known each other for almost 10 years now. And I drink. I still do. I stopped smoking pot 2 years ago.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just here to talk a little about yourself and myself, I guess.
Yes, you do. Because you known me in my drinking phase. And you know me now in my sober phase. So you can already see a difference in this timeline. Tell the people how does the drunk me was.
The drunk you was very impulsive and intense and super funny and always down for every shit. Yeah, pretty much.
That's it.
Yeah. And I would say that I've known you sober as well as drunk because our relationship is some kind of a two-way street because we rehearse a lot with each other within the band, and we're not drunk there, obviously. And on the other side, when we've been on the road and we've been playing shows, then we had hard after parties then. Or also you got drunk while performing within one of our shows, every of our shows.
Yeah, true.
We had only one show last year, or this year in February, where you didn't drink. That was a first timer, I guess.
Yeah, usually I'm really fucked up on stage.
Yep.
And it's part of the show, of the art I'm doing there. And there I always thought I have to be drunk.
But I think on the other side, a lot of people know now that you stopped drinking, and therefore they should just like be respectful with that. And I would say that like it shouldn't be part of the show. I mean, we perform our songs, and of course, yeah, we celebrate drinking a lot within our music, or we used to. We don't do that anymore. But still, I would say that it should not be a problem to just like go on stage and drink water only. But I also have to say that I played like one show like drowsy maybe. So I don't really drink before the shows because I just get too fucked up.
Yeah, and you have to hold the beat.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's the hard thing. But now you know me not only on stage, but also when we are going out.
Yeah.
Not being drunk.
What we don't do.
Yeah. So
actually, we don't do that. You're not around a lot lately. Yeah. Since you stopped drinking, you're not going out so much. But we see us on a weekly basis, so we see each other on a weekly basis. So I would say that I really like the new Robin as much as I like the old Robin, because you have new qualities from not drinking, I would say. Like you're way more focused, and not only with the band, I think like in general. Also the fact that you got your own show now that you've been working for lots of years, and I would say maybe that would not have happened if you would still drink, because you've been very focused lately, and you are very clear in your head, I guess. And you're also very productive. You've always been very productive. You're one of the people I know that have the biggest output, like ever, really. I don't know any other guy that has to do shit all the time.
I was a high functional alcoholic, if you want it this way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you've been drinking a lot.
But I wouldn't call myself alcoholic, that's true.
No, I wouldn't say that you had like a real problem, like addiction-wise. I wouldn't say that you've been a drunk addict, but I would say that being drunk like 3 or 4 times a week did definitely influence your lifestyle and your health, and that it's, I guess, way better since you stopped drinking. You lost a lot of weight, and you're also, I would say, like more focused.
But you also said you sometimes miss the drunk Robin, right?
Yeah, I mean, I miss like the goofy kind of drunk, like Robin. But I don't know. I mean, we didn't went out lately that much, so I would say I just have to wait until you're ready to go out again, because I think that you will definitely go out at one point and start like going out without drinking and having the same amount of fun that you used to have. But I definitely have to wait and see. And I'm also very like curious how it's gonna work out for us, because when we go on tour next year, maybe then it's gonna be something completely else that than the way I know us being on tour.
Yeah. In the morning I do the push-ups. No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm
yeah, and you're going
too.
to sleep like after the show, like thank you, good night, buddies.
But you stopped smoking weed 2 years ago.
That's right.
What changed?
A lot changed. I would say that I changed like emotionally as well as physically. Yeah. And you have to tell the whole story. I mean, the reason why I stopped smoking pot was because I had a breakdown. Like my body literally broke down after we did a video shoot for our band. I thought it was a good idea to just like drink a whole bottle of vodka on my own in one night. And
that was so stupid.
So
but no, I can't say that was so stupid, because there were drinking nights when I did really stupid stuff. I also just, when we were in Mannheim, do you remember?
Of course.
I was in the hospital because I ran with a bottle of beer into a bar. Tap something, I don't know. And there were
no, you were performing a dance.
I was performing a dance. I
dance.
was doing the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah,
but it went wrong.
And suddenly there was blood on the floor.
Yeah, and I was hiding.
Yeah, and we were all like, "Where is he gone?" And we just like followed the blood on the floor, and then you were standing there in the floor downstairs, like in the bathroom, with your hand like all covered in blood, and you were just looking at me with a white face, and you said, "I just did something stupid."
Yes,
you really cut your hand.
Yeah, and the funny thing was, the doctor in the hospital, they knit my finger for free because they thought I'm a
homeless person,
homeless guy. Yeah. And in Germany, they have to fit homeless people back together.
Yeah, you have to say that we used to be a really fucked up band. Yeah. We always had like a big show, and we were all covered in show blood, and we had like torn clothes and stuff. So that was kind of why they thought that you're not insured.
Yeah.
But just to get back to my thing, I just felt really bad after that night when we did that video shoot.
After drinking a whole bottle of vodka.
That's right. And then I just woke up at home, and I felt so bad, and I was like thinking, I have to calm myself down. So I rolled myself a small joint, and I started hitting on that joint, and after like 2 minutes, my whole body just like said, "Fuck you, man. I'm not doing that shit anymore." And then I really had a panic attack. I overventilized, and then I really thought that I'm gonna faint and not wake up anymore. So I called my friend and I said, "Dude, you really have to come and pick me up. We have to go to the hospital." And he came there like few minutes after that, and he brought me to the hospital, and they put an infusion on me, and I felt actually better after a few hours. But that was kind of the moment where I thought that I really have to stop smoking weed. It's actually funny, because when I think about it now, I should have just like stopped with everything. That's the first time that I thought of that, or stopped drinking, because that was obviously the reason why my whole body collapsed in that moment.
It's nice that you now make this way of thinking by your own, because you stopped smoking weed. And tell me 3 short things that changed from not smoking weed anymore.
All right. So first, my relationship that I have now with my girlfriend is way better than the relationship I had with my ex-girlfriend when I was still smoking pot. It has nothing to do with her, with my ex-girlfriend. It was just that I just didn't care as much for her feelings and for her demands and needs. I was just
because
like,
you were smoking
pot on a daily basis. And I was always like in my own film, I would say I was never too much out of my own zone. And secondly, I feel way healthier because I only smoke cigarettes now and not many, so I don't inhale too much smoke. And I'm also a lot more creative with my time. I would not say that smoking weed did influence like my planning too much. I would say I always was a person that got shit done always. But on the other side, it helped me like focus more, and a few years ago I wouldn't been able to like work for 6 straight days and just take 1 day off, and that's what I actually do regularly now. So that's pretty much the magic 3.
Okay. And now there is me telling you that when you stop drinking, you also have a lot of more than 3 things that improve in your life. Well, you sleep better. You're not that depressed anymore. You're not getting scared out of nothing. You know what you did the night before. You don't have hangovers. You have more time. There are a lot of things that are improving. I'm not saying to nobody or to anybody, you should stop drinking. Because I'm happy that I had my drinking phase. I experienced things I would never have experienced without drinking. But you know when the time comes to stop. So give you 1, 2 more years and then please stop. Because there is an age when it's just sad. Guys in the 30s or 40s in the club, drunk, that's sad.
Yeah, we've seen that. Actually, yeah. Do you remember that show we played in Siegen? In that big building, and there was that support group, which was a family, like 3 siblings, and their mother was like their manager and the makeup artist.
I do remember.
And the father did nothing than just come backstage and grab all the beer, and he went out of the backstage. Yeah. And
drank
that guy was like super hammered that night. And we were all like standing there and thinking like, that is pretty sad. And that guy right there.
Is so I never wanted to become a guy like him.
Yeah.
This is the worst form of being an alcohol drinker. If you're a father or a mother and being drunk, that's just ugly and stupid.
Yeah. I mean, at least on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I would say like if your kids are out of house, like sleeping at your brother's or their friends or whatever, and you get yourself like a nice bottle of wine or something, I would say that's okay. But definitely if it has influence on your kids, like on your relationship to your kids, you should just not do that.
But why you say it with your kids? Because they mirror you. There you understand it, that you shouldn't do that. You understand it there. Definitely. But why do you need the picture of having kids and the responsibility? And why is it not enough to have your life and the responsible for the world and everything? Why is this not enough to realize that drinking is bringing, with the little bit of joy it brings, of course it brings that, a shitload of pain, suffering, and
yeah, that's a good question. I would say it's very individually, and everyone should ask themselves that question. But I definitely believe that in a few years I will stop drinking completely. Mm-hmm. And I feel that being drunk is not the same excitement as it used to be. Definitely not. It's kind of even boring. You had that female guest a few shows ago that said that she just stopped because it bored her. Yeah. That she said like it doesn't make anything better or so. So I would say that starts with me right now, or it had started like a year ago, where I thought that when I'm drunk, I'm not the like super happy kind of partying drunk Ron that I used to be a few years ago. So I would say that it also changes me with the time, and I think that I will not completely stop drinking, but definitely like drink less, or drink simply on really good occasions. I think
you already did the first step. You're thinking about your consumption of alcohol.
Yeah,
that's the most important thing for me. Was just, oh, party, let's drink.
Yeah,
and going hardcore. But now I really have to learn again how to party.
Yes,
and
I'm so waiting. I'm so craving for you to come back, like into the Zurich nightlife. You have always been like a glamorous unicorn.
I have to be stupid again, and I have to just live it, and I have to be the guy.
You've always been a goofy person.
Yeah,
and that's somehow, I guess, why I miss that old Robin sometimes. Because not drinking did make you very serious, like not as funny as you used to be. But I also can't like say that just like that, because you need time for your transformation, as well as we should go out more. I guess it's hard for you also to kind of stop thinking about what used to be, because you have been, we did so many shit stories together with the band, and it's also hard for me because I know that we're definitely gonna have even more stories in the future, but also lots of these will never happen again.
But I'm so excited about what's happening now, you know. It's still us four, and you know, when we four together, it's a very explosive.
I think we will have better like dialogues with each other, I guess. Because we will not be like partying and like, oh, we love you, man. It's gonna be like more intense, I guess. That's something that my girlfriend said today. She said like, maybe that's gonna change, and that will be very positive for you guys. And I'm sure that
we got to improve. We got to get better and better with all this. Wouldn't it be sad if we would stay the same all those years and just being about holding our dicks in beers and drinking it and being like, oh, it's a dick beer. It's funny when you're like 21 or so. That's okay. But if you're 35 and you still put your dick in a beer and give it around, I don't know.
Yeah, you're soon to be 35. I'm not.
Yeah, so you still have time. You have still time.
But I think that I'm growing with the band.
Since I said I don't drink anymore, all of you are thinking more about the alcohol consumption in general.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I will never forget that one day where you came in and you said, sobriety! That's my new lifestyle. I'm sober now. It was, of course, super theatralic, but I will definitely never forget that. And you have made yourself very clear that day that you don't want to continue to drink alcohol. And I know that there was only one time since then. That was in May, right? Somewhere in May. And there was only that one time when we have to say we usually drive together to the rehearsals. And there was that one time where you told me that you had some sort of not a date, like you met somebody, some person, and you both drank wine, and you were like flipping back into your old habits. And on the next day, you regret it so hard, and you said like, I simply can't continue doing that.
If you could say to a weed smoker, if he asks you, should I stop or not, you would say?
I would say stop.
Okay.
Because it's in many points better for you. But I would not tell anybody like stop what you love to do. No matter if it's like drinking or smoking pot or like, I don't know, doing music, doing art, like fucking each other's brains out. I don't care.
Okay.
I would say if it makes you happy, continue doing it. But I would say if it really bothers you, if it hurts you, and you feel that it's not good for you, then you should stop, no matter what it is.
You also should stop if it just bothers you a little.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it bothers you
just a little, if you wake up and you feel like, actually, when I think about it, I should stop, then this is a sign. Then please stop. This is enough. You don't feel like, okay, but sometimes, no, this is already enough. Then you have these moments, not anymore, and there's this feeling of, I have to decide, do I drink tonight or not? It's gone. You're free of alcohol in your new life, and you will never have this feeling of, it's not good for me, because what's not good for you, you're not doing anymore.
Yeah, that's,
I guess,
pretty much it. And I just want to say that I think it's great what you do. I think it's just good for you to have an output on that feeling you have and on that what you want to do. It's very inspiring, I guess.
And I have to say, I think I have known you while smoking weed and while smoking not weed. I think you're much cooler since you, for real, since you stopped smoking weed.
Thank you.
Yeah, your aura has grown. Your aura has grown.
Thank you.
Okay. Goodbye.